Hello everybody and welcome back to another Middlesex tree video. Today we are in the beautiful town of Ivoryton, Connecticut, and as you can see it's a pretty wet, foggy, and dank morning out here, but it's going to be pretty mild today, close to record-setting temperatures, and that's 60 degrees. And here is a culprit, this big, old, rotted sugar maple. Let's get everybody set up and ready to work. Today, holy cow, are we working with a tight landing zone. This happens to us often, but today is super tight. Josh is going to be doing the climbing today with some assistance from Chaw, who will be rigging up from the crane. Check out the size of this tree, and here is my hand for reference. Wait till the end until you see what the inside of this trunk looks like. Here we go with the first cut of the day. We've got our main man Bruce on the crane today, who will never let us down. A lot of the logs that we're going to be taking down today are in such a tight area that they have to literally be dropped from the crane into the mouth of the chipper because there's not enough room to land them. Check out the torque on Chaw and Willie here gliding this branch into the chipper. I think both of those guys are pushing a V8 under their hood. As with most trees that we cut down, there's a few stragglers that we've got to clear here. And hey look, there's Free Rake. Eric had some stuff to do this morning, so he joined us a little later. He actually told me he was at the driving range, but don't tell the rest of the guys that. Just kidding, but he was out this weekend hitting some golf balls, and he did break his driver. Check out the view of this landing zone from the drone, and notice how the crane is feeding the mouth of the chipper. It is very critical that we keep an eye on these branches today because knocking out one of the windows in this house is very possible. Here is Chaw making sure that doesn't happen right now. You could hear in that previous clip that Willie was telling me to get away from the chipper. This was a good heads up coming from Willie. What happened was when the tree got stuck in there, I was of course trying to go in and get a shot, but because where the feed goes into the chipper, it was open, stuck on that branch, and it couldn't pull it in anymore. So in case there was still chunks of wood that were in that area where the drum is spinning, they could fly out of there with some super speed, hit you in the face, knock out a tooth, or take an eye out. So thanks for the heads up, Willie. I'm glad you got me out of the way. And here we go. Oh crap, this branch is stuck in the chipper. Here's Chaw going in there first with his saw, but Willie quickly cuts him off. Willie decides to grab a smaller saw in case the chain hits the drum and gets banged up. That way you don't have to sharpen all the teeth on the big chain. If Willie hits it with this little saw, there's not as much teeth to sharpen. Good thinking, Willie.
So when you hit the metal, you're not sharpening 75 teeth.
Good point, good point.
You can see some of the clouds have lifted here today, and there's actually little gaps of sun coming through. Multiple times today we had said, wow, it's a beautiful day out. As we get to some of the bigger wood of this tree, we're actually going to swing them to the back of the house because the homeowner here burns firewood. If necessary, we will drop these trees in our landing zone, get them trimmed up, and then Bruce will swing them over to the rear parking area of this lot where the customer or Willie can grab them and run them into the wood processing area. Oh no, not another chipper issue. There's a barrel here that has a set screw and it clamps down on a throttle cable that fell off. So the chipper had no throttle after this happened. Luckily, Derek and Willie were able to find it under the chipper and get it screwed back on. Now, we are getting to the bigger part of this tree. This tree has been cabled in the past, giving it some extra support because the homeowner knew it was not in good shape. So what Josh is doing here is going to get up there, swing a chain around both of these leaders, and then ratchet strap them tight, so just in case one of them wants to let go when he cuts it, it doesn't go crashing down out of control and cause any damage. Here's the cut of the cable, and great. Luckily, everything stayed in place. These are going to be some nice chunks of wood for the homeowner to process and burn. He was telling me he's got an old wood boiler in his house that keeps it nice and warm. He's looking to upgrade sometime soon, though. Wow, take a look at the inside of this tree. This is not what you want to see with a monster-sized tree like this just steps away from your house. This tree has been slowly rotting away for years, and it's a matter of time before it gives way and goes crashing down onto this house. I myself was really blown away taking a good look at these trees. The homeowner, who was outside a lot with us today, said several times how happy he was and relieved to have this tree gone. It's lunchtime, and our mascot Buddy made the trip out today.
Smell that? How are you? How you doing, big guy? You sad? You want to come out and run?
As usual, Derek and Amanda picked us up some lunch this afternoon. Derek got a salad, while the rest of us had sandwiches and some soups going around, and of course we had some fire desserts from Savor Bakery, as usual. Now, let's get to the serious meat and potatoes of this tree, with logs that are going to weigh anywhere from 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. These logs are actually going to be too big for the homeowner to process himself, so we're going to put them in the back of the mason dump and get them out of here. As you can see, we backed up the truck right to the trunk of this tree, so after it's cut, there's no real playing around here, and Bruce just has to simply lift it up, we can back the truck under it, and get it in place. Boy, do I sure love watching this type of work. Look at the size of these logs getting lifted up.
Take the back chain off.
Josh is going to start to tackle the last cut of this tree, and then Willie is going to come in and finish it off. But let's take a look at how hollow the inside of this tree trunk is. My goodness, is this dangerous. And here's the last lift of the day, an absolute beast. Willie is going to put a branch under the log so that we can easily remove the chain and properly get it in place to lift it up in the back of the truck.
Willie, keep both on. That's pretty flat right there, ain't it?
Again, check out the trunk of this tree rotting away. And notice, as I move my camera right over this tree trunk, the hole went down about 3 feet or so. Boy, take a good look at Bruce. I swear I saw him a couple weeks ago cruising around with a few reindeer.
Want me to hop right in? Yep. 5 feet. Yep, hold it. goes. On that side.
Pick it up a little bit.
There's this one good.
Backwards.
I'll back him right. Oh, baby! Fits right in there. Josh is going to head off with these logs to a local spot in Old Saybrook where we bring big wood like this. And we are going to head to the backyard to make a few cuts on this dead ash. This is going to be a very simple takedown, and the homeowner is going to keep this tree for firewood. Check out the aftershots of what we did today. What a difference. Also, we would like to give a huge shout out to the homeowner today, Gino, who was really cool and spent a lot of time outside chatting with us. He is in the landscaping business, so he can relate to a lot of what we did today. Gino, it was great to work for you.